Hello everyone, this is Professor Ho. Welcome back to the lecture. In this video, I'll go over some of the pages that were not covered in your final review packet. So let's look at question number 29. These questions are not showing up in your final review packet, but these questions are helpful for you to learn or to review how to do fraction operations. Number 29, as you can see, I have 1 over 8 plus 7 over 8. So, because I have the same denominator of 8 and 8, I don't have to find LCM, I don't have to modify them. All I have to do is do 1 plus 7 over 8, which is 8 over 8, which is equal to 1. Number 30. Same thing. Because I have the same denominator of 7, 7, and 7, all I have to do is add up the numerator of 5, 6, and 9 over the same denominator of 7. In this case, this will be 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 9 is 20. That will equal to 2 and 6 over 7, which is A. Number 31. Find the sum of 11 over 7, 9 over 7, and 9 over 7. So the word sum means adding. So 11 over 7 plus 9 over 7 plus 9 over 7. Now I can do 11 plus 9 plus 9 over 7 because the denominator are the same. So that will be 29 over 7. That will give me 4 and 1 over 7. Oh, sorry. The final answer is in the improper form, so 29 over 7 will be the final answer. 32. Now I'm looking at fraction additions with different denominator. In this case, I'm looking at the denominator of 20 and 12. So first thing first, because they are not the same, LCM between 20 and 12 will be 60. Now that means the whole first fraction, 7 over 20, has to multiply by 5 because multiply by 3. 20 times 3 is 60, and 1 over 12, the second fraction, has to multiply by 5 because 12 times 5 is 60. Okay, so 7 times 3 is 21 over 20 times 3, which is 60, plus 1 times 5 is 5 over 60. Add them up, you have 26 over 60. And if you reduce it, you will have 13 over 30, which is B. Number 33. I have 4 over 5 plus 9 over 10 plus 9 over 20. So the LCM in this case will be 20. So for the first fractions, you have to multiply by 4. Second fractions, I have to multiply by 2. The third fractions, I either have to multiply by 1 or just leave it as it is. So 4 times 4 will give me 16. 16 over 20 plus 9 times 2 is 18 over 20 plus the third fractions of 9 over 20. 16 plus 18 is 34. 34 plus 9 give me 43. So the answer should be 2 and 3 over 20. C. Okay, keep scrolling down. Let's look at question number 67. So questions like that, what is 7 and 1/2 less than 11 and 4 over 11? What that is that let's just translate this statement into 11 and 4 over 11 minus 7 and 1/2. So can we do that? We know that the LCM in this case will be 22. Okay. So to modify the first fraction, I have to multiply by 2. So 11 and 4 times 2 over 11 times 2 minus 7, the second fractions. In this case, the second fraction has to modify by multiplying 11 on both the numerator and the denominator. To take a look at the math right now, it will be 11 and 8 over 22 minus 7 and 11 over 22. 8 cannot minus 11 in this case, so we have to convert them back to the improper fractions. So 11 and 8 over 22, the improper fractions form will be 250 over 22 minus the second mixed number, 7 and 11 over 22, which is equal to 165 over 22. To do the math, we just have to take the subtractions of 250 minus 165. The answer is 85 over 22, in which case this will be 3 and 19 over 22, which is 8. Number 68. Find the difference between 11 and 5 over 11 and 3 and 1/3. So I am doing 11, 5 over 11 minus 3 and 1/3. That's what I'm doing. So now let's modify it. I know that my LCM will be 33. So 11 and 5 times 3, that's what you have to modify, minus 3 and 1 times 11 over 3 times 11. 11 and 15 over 33 minus 3 and 11 over 33. Okay, 15, if we look at the fraction components of the mixed number, 15 over 33 can minus 11 over 33, but again we take care of the whole number first. 11 minus 3 will get you 8. 15 over 33 minus 11 over 33, that will give you 4 over 33. The final answer is E. Number 69. What is 9 and 1/3 minus 2 and 2/5? Okay, so what's the LCM? LCM in this case will be 15. So to modify it, I will have 9 and 1 times 5 over 3 times 5 minus 2 and 2 times 3 over 5 times 3. So 1 times 5 is 5. and 2, and 2 times 3 is 6 over 15. 5 cannot minus 6 in this case, although we come to the same denominator. So what we have to do is convert it back to improper fractions. So in this case, it will be 140 over 15 minus 36. At this point, if you have a hard time figuring out how to do the conversion between mixed numbers to improper fractions, I suggest you to review the previous videos in which I talked about the conversion between mixed numbers and improper fractions. Now we'll continue to do the math. 140 minus 36, that will be 104 over 15. Which will be D, 6 and 14 over 15. Now, let's take a look at question number 108. Okay, now let's jump to question 108. The question is, divide 8 and 2/3 by 7 and 7 over 11. So I am looking at fractions divisions like that. So what it is that we have to convert them to improper fractions. The first one will become 26 over 3 divided by 84 over 11. When we do fractions divisions, remember our acronym KCF. Keep the first fraction, so the first one will remain as it is, 26 over 3. Change the division sign to multiplication sign. Flip the second fraction, so it will become 11 over 84. Now ask yourself, is there anything you can reduce? In this case, 26 and 84 can be both divided by 2 because they're even numbered. So 26 divided by 2 is 13, 84 divided by 2 is 42. Now we can do the math. 13 times 11 will be 143 over 3 times, so 143 divided by 3 times 42. In this case, this will be 126. So now let's reduce it. This will be 1 and 17 over 126, which is C. (109) Find the quotients of 5 and 1/6 and 1 and 1/4. So again, convert them to improper fractions. 31 over 6 divided by 5 over 4. So 31 over 6 times 4 over 5. And you can reduce the 6 and 4 to 2 and 3. Now you can continue with the math. 31 times 2 is 62 over 3 times 5 is 15, which is the same as 4 and 2 over 15.